For a cold open, did y'all just not talking about baseball here for a second? Did y'all see the schedule releases for
Yeah.
football?
Yes.
NFL.
Oh,
Yup.
some of them are
Good
so
stuff.
good.
The Bears was
Chargers
pretty good,
still
but
got their fastball.
Oh yeah.
who's the one that did the red versus blue Halo shit?
That was
That was
Chargers.
the Chargers.
Was it Chargers? That was good. That was really good.
Yeah. They're always on top. So many awesome jabs at the teams that are playing this year. Just everything with the Patriots was really funny.
Yeah. I got to give credit where credit's due. The Raiders did like a Step Brothers
Yeah.
bit with Fernando Mendoza and Kirk Cousins. That actually was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was really good.
Pretty good.
Like this year, there's one part where they're measuring their hands, and I'm like, yeah, I understood that reference.
I got that one. I thought
talk about being on top of your finger on the pulse kind of stuff. You know, a lot of social medias or stuff like that, they fall flat. So good on
the
them.
ones who did fall flat, the Cardinals. They just AI generated it all.
Yeah.
It was just slop.
It was nice to see, like, there were plenty of teams that just straight up denounced AI with theirs. Like, the Packers just made like a behind the scenes because they did like a Robot Chickens
animators.
Yeah,
that was the actual animators.
Yeah, and then they actually just made a Twitter post showing like the behind the scenes, and the caption was "Your AI slop bores us."
Hell yeah! And the Colts did the whole Simpsons one, which was really good.
That was another good one.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
I was pretty happy with the Seahawks. They did it was like all cologne ads, which was really funny.
Yeah.
Lots of funny jabs at teams.
I'll tell you. Yeah. I mean, Roma Doomsday doing a Bob Ross impression.
That's
but let's
so
be real.
funny.
Pulling out the cheese grater though was pretty good.
The Matt Pat Browns one was unexpectedly good.
Crazy.
I know. I sent you all that TikTok. I'm like, Matt Pat? What?
I don't think we realize how many famous people are from Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
shout out Cleveland, by the way. Hell yeah.
I don't think Markiplier's from Cleveland, but he's from the area.
He's from. I mean, Matt Pat is from Medina, which is like a suburb of Cleveland. But yeah, man, Clevelanders go hard. They go hard for their city.
And their Cleveland Browns
metropolitan area.
True. I'm thinking, just looking at so the Packers. If you didn't get the reference, but the guy behind the bar or whatnot was Tom Grossi, which is the podcast guy.
Yeah,
which I actually watch his content. He's a Packers fan. And
he's really good.
But he's respectfully like a rival. You know, I love that. And they got him involved, and then you've got Matt Pat for Cleveland. Like, you're starting to realize like it isn't just A-list celebrities they're trying to like link up anymore. They're like realizing that people watch other stuff nowadays. Let's bring these people in and have them do stuff, especially like Matt Pat. Just, you know, when you are of a city, you're of a city, right? Like Cleveland's gonna back Cleveland. Pittsburgh backs all their teams like crazy. That's why like losing the Bears to Indiana would have been like the worst thing ever, because like Chicago is Chicago.
I mean,
man. You don't fuck with that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird being from New York or like the New York area, and how divided all of our teams are. Because, you know, like New York is the one city that has multiple teams in each. New York and LA.
Yeah. We have the White Sox and the Cubs up in Chicago.
Yeah, I mean,
unfortunately, one of them's not quite competitive forever.
I mean, the White Sox are pretty good this year. They're 500.
They're 500.
They're looking.
That's.
Look, that is a huge step in the right direction, man. Murakami's my dude. I love watching that
dude,
guy.
He's awesome.
He's fun. Oh yeah, he's great.
But yeah, I mean, you know, good, like, because other than the Knicks, there's, you know, it's pretty well divided. I mean, like, New York is probably like 95% Knicks fans and maybe 5% Nets fans, and even that might be being generous.
I've never met a Nets fan.
I mean, I can't support the Nets after they fucked over New Jersey like that, But I mean, I would probably say like 60-40, maybe 65-35 Yankees versus Mets. Uh Probably a pretty similar, maybe slightly higher ratio for the Giants versus the Jets. I mean, Rangers, Islanders, Devils is about as geographic as it gets. I mean, obviously the Devils have New Jersey, the Islanders have Long Island, Rangers kind of have the rest of that metro area, and the Rangers are pretty spread out. Like there's Rangers fans in Jersey and Long Island too, but it's just it is cool to see a city unite behind one team. I'm not used to that, but yeah, no, there was a lot of cool little cameos in some of these schedule reveals, and you can kind of see who roots for who.
I'll be real. I didn't know schedule releases were this big. Like I actually just came across those this year.
It's kind of
I
only been the last like year or two, right?
Oh, okay.
I mean, the Chargers have been doing theirs for a few years, and I think other teams kind of piggybacked off of that.
Yeah, last
because
year
they like I think the first one they did that really blew up was like they made their schedule reveal into an anime.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually
Right.
gonna
I think
look.
I
I'm actually
remember
gonna
that,
pull.
yeah.
I was just on the Chargers social media page earlier. I gotta go back on there because I think that's like the first one that really. Yeah. So they did. Yeah. They did Halo this year. They did Minecraft last year. They did The Sims the year before. They did back-to-back animes. Yeah, I
That's fun.
think. Yeah, they were. I'm almost certain they were the first ones to really popularize, like, making it a big deal.
Yeah. And they're
And get your crowd
also
hyped up.
yeah, and they're also not afraid to they don't pull
Oh,
punches.
okay. So this one, they did actually really fun. They did in 2019. They just did stock footage.
That's really funny.
I will send that to you guys because it is really good.
Yeah, and they do not pull their punches. They make jokes of everything that's been going on.
I mean, especially
say,
the Raiders. Like they have shown no mercy for the Raiders.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I had one issue with their video, and it was the grenade to Bo Nix's leg. It's like that was really unfortunate. I don't like injuries in any sports, and I'm not a big fan of making a joke of that, So I'm not a big fan of that because imagine their quarterback goes down with a leg injury now. It's like, fuck. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that. But other than that, it was great. It was hilarious.
I wish honestly though there were more Mike Vrabel, Diana Rossini references.
there were a few. There was I know that like they had like the New York Post notification appeared.
Yeah, the Chargers had that.
And then also
I think
in their ending point they had like a reference to the playlist that he had made for her or she had made for him. I don't know. But
and then I know the Vikings had a recipe with like Rossini juice or something in it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, that was probably like the most egregious one that I saw.
Yeah.
Crazy.
All right.
I just gotta say, Detroit and Bears on Thanksgiving, and then Packers Bears on Christmas. That's fucking
cinema.
That's
that's
gonna be some good football.
I can't wait to see what miracles the Pope helps him pull off for those games.
Just to make a quick comment about that, because so many people are like, they're not gonna perform as good as they did last year. You're not gonna see as many fourth quarter comebacks, blah blah blah. It's like, well, yeah, we don't want fourth quarter comebacks this year. We just want to outright win, damn it. Like, yes, what happened last year will not happen again.
I mean, I think Caleb just got that dog in him.
You do. I think another year, another offseason with Ben Johnson and the team's really behind it. I don't think we're going to have as many takeaways. I do agree with that, but I also think we're going to have more scoring, which means we're just going to be winning outright games instead of it being fourth quarter,
Yeah.
shenanigans. And no, speaking of though, great transition. The Cardiac Bears last year for me. I'm now dealing with the Cardiac Cardinals.
Yeah. Well, let's pump the brakes. I think we need to do our actual intro. We did a very long cold open.
Yeah. Welcome to the Untitled Furry Baseball Podcast. My name's Argo.
My name is Drewski.
I'm Solis the Wolf.
Yeah. Sorry for missing last week. Drewski was out of town for FWA, and we were a bit busy last week. But now we are here. So yeah.
We're back, baby.
Cardiac Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean, in a year again, I kind of talked about it, where 500 would be great, and if we keep performing better than that, cool. Currently, 26-18 in a highly competitive NL Central.
Dude, this NL Central is insane.
The Cubs piss me off so
they piss
much.
all of us off.
29-16, and 20 of those wins came in 10 fucking win streaks.
Jesus.
The other 9 were speckled throughout, but that's crazy that they've already had 10-game win streaks.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm sorry. The Mets are partially responsible for that.
What do they face is partially?
It's
just like,
I'd like to mention between the NL Central and the AL Central, every team in the NL Central has a better record than every team in the AL Central.
Which is kind of nuts and really not what I expected. I mean, I did not expect the Cardinals to be this good. Expected the Brewers to regress a bit. Did not expect them to still be where they are right now. I mean, the Cubs were my pick to win the division coming into the year, so not shocked to see them at the top. But Pirates, Reds, they're still hanging around. I mean, every team is at least 3 games over 500. There's not even another division that has every team over 500. So yeah, I think it was only a matter of time for some of these teams before they finally broke through again, namely the Pirates. But yeah, it's kind of crazy to see every team in that division doing so well.
It just comes down to, I know for the Cardinals, it's just been, I think we're one of the youngest. It's quoted as, I don't know if you'd have to do the specific look into it, but one of the youngest, if not youngest rosters. And that's just been really, really showcasing itself in a lot of stealing bases and a lot of just small ball picking up runs where you can, and
yeah,
it's making the difference. I really think that's it. Is they're all performing, and of course Jordan Walker is fucking killing it this year. He's at 13 home runs. He's up there. I was just looking at that. The home run leader's Carl Schwarber at 20 already, though. Whoa. He's killing it. But we'll have our rookie JJ Weatherholt. He's doing great. Burleson's doing what Burleson does. Just, it's all good standard baseball. That's why we're not winning by a lot, but we're winning. And our starters are kind of like tightening it down a little bit. Not doing okay. Keeping us in the games, and then we've got some really strong relief. That's just been keeping it in. Very close games. I was going to talk about it last week, but we can talk about it this week. It was the Cardinals had this really, really tough stretch of 10 games, no days off. Or it was more than that. 1, 2, 3. No, it was 10 days. It was Dodgers, Brewers, Padres.
Oh, God.
One of the Brewers games got postponed due to inclement weather that gets picked up in July, so it ended up only being 9. But they won, I believe, 6 of the 9 against the Dodgers, the Brewers, and the Padres. So that was like, holy shit. like that. If you wanted to make or break moment, like a series with no days off, well, other than the Brewer game, but they were looking to play for it. That's a good telling sign. Is this team got something going for it? And sure enough, they did enough to take every series. And going into the Athletics, we were able to take them out too, 2 games out of 3, and we beat the Royals yesterday. With the Royals starting up today, except we have a little bit of a delayed start for weather. So, good old was the I-70 rivalry, Kansas City and St. Louis.
Yep. 1985 World Series.
Sheesh.
There seems to be a lot of rivalries going on today. This weekend.
It is, yeah. It is rivalry weekend.
It is rivalry weekend. That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah. That is one of them. I mean, it's we got a lot of good matchups this weekend. We have Yankees Mets, obviously. Royals Cardinals, Orioles Nationals. I mean, it's a lot of ones that are more just in-state rivalries and not geographically. It's not like, like you have Red Sox Braves because of the, both having Boston roots, Dodgers Angels, Giants A's. You have the Vetter Cup, Padres Mariners.
The one that makes the least sense.
Still don't know why that's called the Vetter Cup, but Cubs, White Sox, Crosstown Series, Reds, Guardians, the battle for Ohio. So it's definitely not, traditional, like, historic rivalries like with Yankees, Red Sox, or Dodgers, Giants, or anything. I did look, actually, because I saw a rivalry weekend, and I was thinking about a baseball party that I'm planning on hosting during Anthrocon this year, and that is kind of an interesting weekend for some matchups. We have, not to go off too much of a tangent, but we have Mets Braves. We have Blue Jays Mariners playoff rematch from last year. We have White Sox Guardians AL Central matchup, Cardinals Cubs. It is a surprisingly Padres Dodgers. It's a surprisingly interesting weekend from matchups there, which is really cool to see.
Might not be a shitsball at this time.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, the game I was originally looking at for that was Pirates Nationals, and they've both kind of exceeded expectations so far. So I think it's just going to be a generic baseball party, which should still be fun.
Yeah, last year was just special. It just happened to be the 2 worst teams. Was it the worst team versus the worst team the year before?
It was the White Sox Rockies. I mean, that will, like, the universe just aligned like that to have that series during AC, where we had just had an excuse to come together and bullshit and watch baseball and drink. I mean, that could never have worked out more perfect.
Absolute cinema. It was a great party.
You mentioned Mets Braves, and I was gonna say, man, the Braves are something else right now.
Nothing bad ever happens to the Atlanta Braves.
My head's
I hate it.
Nothing bad happens to Atlanta Braves. Looks back to 2011 Cardinals.
Okay, I mean, in like the last decade or so, I mean, this team just always fucking wins, and then they have the Mets, who, oh my god, can I have a moment to talk about the Mets?
You may have the stage.
Okay, so this has just been the absolute season from hell, and I mean, if they could even salvage a 500 season, it will be a miracle. But we're shaping up to be like 2009, coming off a really disappointing collapse, just reloading the team with talent and just having everybody underperform or get hurt. It has been just brutal. So this week, it seemed like the tides were turning. Really great series against the Detroit Tigers, their first sweep of the year. First and third games of that series were kind of like the first real offensive outbursts the Mets have had outside of Colorado in a while. So, the team's making good plays defensively. Our young studs, Carson Benz obviously started the year on the major league roster. He struggled for a bit, but he's really coming back around. And they called up AJ Ewing, who at this point was their top position player prospect. And he kind of lit a spark under them. He had a couple really great games during that series, including his first home run and first triple. And, you know, for the first time in a long time, you feel like the Mets got some positive momentum going. Now, Q last night, first game of the Subway Series, it was Clay Holmes versus Cam Schlittler. And I got to be honest, kind of figured that we were going to lose that game just because of how good Cam Schlittler has been. I mean, I foresaw us flailing against him, and that's exactly what happened, save for a Juan Soto solo home run. But you know, on top of unfortunately losing that first game of the series, our best pitcher of the season so far, Clay Holmes, took a comebacker off his leg
Mm.
and has a fractured tibia and will be out for quite some time. I mean, this is in a week where we already lost Francisco Alvarez to injury. You know, shortly after a road trip where we lost Ronnie Mauricio to injury. It's just brutal. I mean, just when you get a little bit of positive momentum, you lose another player to the dastardly injured list. It sucks, but you know it got to do what you got to do. So I am very very curious to see who the Mets are going to call up to replace Clay Holmes. I mean, their two primary options are probably going to be between um Jonah Tong and Jack Wenninger. Jonah Tong was obviously up last year. He has some experience, but he's still walking a lot of guys. He still hasn't developed quite the tertiary pitch. So I think Wenninger should be the move. We'll find out, though. But it is just really frustrating to have the first bits of momentum all year kind of feel like they're getting thrown away by injuries.
Injuries and underperformance, like you said.
That's right.
But yeah, that's really bad. So a fractured tibia on a hit, a comebacker.
Yeah.
Damn, must have caught him right on like the shin. I don't know where the tibia is. I'll be real with you.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, damn, if it hits you in the calf, you know, you're not breaking a bone. You're just kind of a big ass welt, and maybe not walk right for a little bit. But man, to fracture a bone off a hit,
it's rough.
Yeah. It's. I think that has been the story, unfortunately, for the Mets. Is just, well, I shared it with me and Argo took a look at it. And I know you.
I'm
probably
sorry,
saw
fractured fibula, not tibia.
Got you. That's still regardless. That's ridiculous. Like, damn. But like, it's
absolutely
just like
disgusting luck.
Between that and like the luck where like we saw the first base play earlier this week, it was like, what the fuck was that?
Vientos,
like,
that was
there's just shit happening on the Mets team that it's hard to explain if it's not unexplainable. It's just like, y'all did piss off the baseball gods or something. I don't know who. Like, I was making the joke of like, did you piss on Mickey Mantle's grave? Like, what'd you do? But
yeah, I don't know.
Sports are sports, you know. Unfortunately, sometimes you're on the bad side of the bad luck. But hey, there's a cool silver linings, like you said. You're bringing up some people, right? And maybe those people are going to come up and do some amazing things, and suddenly the whole season is going to be about the call ups that change the course, you know. So there's definitely that headline that could be written. I was just looking, just curious. You are exactly 9-13 at home and 9-13 away. Usually
it's kind of crazy. Yeah.
But yeah.
Speaking of injuries, some unfortunate news for the Mariners. Cal Raleigh is on the IL.
I wouldn't call that an unfortunate.
Okay, hold on. That's
Look,
uncalled
okay.
for. All right, I understand that
Did he ever break his hitless streak?
he did. He got two hits
like,
in the Astros series in one game.
was it like 34 something?
It was
It
like
was not good.
38. It was like a 38
Oh God.
hitless streak,
Oh,
which is really rough, of course. But yeah, and now he's on the injured list with a oblique strain, I believe. Yeah, right oblique strain.
so and I'm not trying to be mean about this, Argo. That wasn't meant to be mean. The point being is, yes, it's an IR thing. That's never good, and I hope it's just again, if anything, it's just like a little bit of some muscle ache or something painful that they're just like, you know what, take a seat. Maybe he just needs this to get himself out of this slump. You know,
That's
he did just
probably it. But
because that's the way I'm looking at it. You're not sending him down. You're putting him in the IR. Let him get out of this because at some point, at 38 hitless at bats, like you're in your head at that point. There's
oh,
nothing
dude,
you can do about that.
he did the whole like in full uniform shower thing to break the curse. Like,
Oh shit!
yeah, and then he got a hit after that. So I guess he might have broken the curse and now just has to go on the IL.
That's why I was pointing it out as much as like obviously I don't want any injuries, but
yeah,
maybe it's just give this guy a break and let him just
yeah.
and you got some hits. You
He's
broke through it.
He's
Now
got
just
a lot of pressure since last season after having such an incredible season. Now he's really fallen off this year, but yeah. Now replacing him is going to be Mitch Garver. I've just heard a lot of fans just not liking Mitch Garver. He's not the best at hitting, but he did get hit a home run off of in his first game replacing Cal.
okay.
But what a lot of fans don't really see is that Mitch is very he's very good at guiding pitchers. Because Luis Castillo, he has had a really rough season so far. I think I've talked about it in the last episode where Luis Castillo has been really the down point on the the low point on the on the starting pitching staff for the Mariners. But with Mitch behind the plate, he was able to bring him into a win on Thursday. So I feel fine with this. He's gonna be fine throughout all this. And yeah, it just sucks to lose such a big part of the team. But luckily, other parts of the roster are starting to heat up. Julio Rodriguez has been hitting pretty great. Randy Rosarena has been awesome. He's got 843 OPS right now. He's been crazy good. Brendan Donovan. Yeah, Brendan Donovan, after coming back from injury, he's been doing pretty well at a 396 on base percentage. Luke Raley has always been really good so far this season, really solid. Cole Young's kind of cooled off, but he's still second in the team on RBIs. Josh Naylor is finally turning things around after a slow start, so things are starting to heat up. Just there's kind of there's ups and downs. Each day seems kind of different. Some days, the pitching has overall been really solid. We've been keeping things pretty low scoring for our opponents. But the offense has just been really wishy-washy. There's some days where they score 10 runs and can really break out a game, and other games we just get shut out. And so
feast or famine.
Yeah.
So, I felt like that with the Cardinals last year. It was they would fucking pop off, but then they either wouldn't score or they couldn't win close games, and that's where or if it was a close game, our bullpen would throw it away at the end in like the 8th or 9th inning. So it was always a lot of that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's not the case for y'all. And like you said, Cal Raleigh will be back, and hopefully with breaking the curse and getting a little bit of rest on the IR, can come back and just start kicking ass. The good news for the Mariners for sure is it's a competitive AL West, but not because they're all, winning 30 games.
It's because they're all mid as hell.
They're all mid as hell.
And
but you take that going into September, damn it. So
exactly. And what's great is the Mariners are 7-1 against the Astros this year, which is pretty fucking nice. Fuck the Astros, by the way. Astros have been hot ass.
18-28, Wolf under 400.
Their pitching is terrible. The only thing good on that roster right now is Yordan Alvarez, who's like one of the leaders in the league for home runs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the only and this is like, God, you want the Mets to do better. And I fully expect them to salvage a 500, if not better. The problem is it's just there's no way they're catching the Braves at this point. Like, if all the Braves have to do is steady the course, and they have that, they should have that division, right? Not saying they can't have a collapse, they absolutely can, but they're the best team in baseball right now, and it's really hard to go from where you're kind of standing to try and take that on to take the division. So it's more like, Mets just need to kind of correct themselves and sneak in on the wild card, probably. Who the fucking knows about the Central, dude? I don't know. I think that's gonna be a toss-up.
It is gonna be absolute craziness all year. I think one team or probably maybe two teams are gonna be due to kind of regress to the mean, but
yeah,
it's gonna be a dogfight.
They all play each other really well. Cubs will probably keep it up there, but I do expect them to not have another 10-game winning streak, so that might help bring them back into the. I mean, still the Brewers and Cardinals are only 2.5 out from the Cubs, so that's still like they're right there. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
they're all competitive.
Speaking of a couple other stories going on in baseball, I just like players. You like players. Players are cool. What about Jacob Mizorowski in Milwaukee? The starting, I think he's a rookie, right?
Is he a rookie?
Who?
Jacob Mizorowski?
No, he got called up last season. I don't believe he's still a rookie.
No, he did play in 2025 for 15 games.
Yeah, that's definitely enough to have exhausted
rookie
eligibility.
It sucks, but yeah, because he pitched 66 innings last year, and he's already at 51 this year. So he's already almost got as much as he's put out last year. But yeah, if you haven't heard about this kid, God, I lost it. 51 innings pitched, and he's got 80 strikeouts, I think.
Yep, that's right.
He's pretty nasty.
And I think he has like in the teens on walks too. He has a higher ERA in comparison to like. So I was looking at this. Shohei Ohtani has like a freaking sub-1 ERA still, which is ridiculous. But his whip is comparable to Mizorowski. And Mizorowski's only pitched like 7 more innings. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy that he's doing great. 80 strikeouts and 51 innings. That's just a shit ton of strikeouts. The kid's killing it.
Yep.
Absolutely killing it. Oh, there was something I was just gonna say. Oh, the 1-game celebration that was banned.
Oh,
Jesus. The Giants, I think, right?
What happened?
You don't know about this?
I might not know about this.
It's the outfielders, right? I think the Giants outfielders.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And the Mets outfielders did the same thing. I don't recall if theirs has been banned, but I know the Giants outfielders were told to not do it anymore.
The next thing they did was they did like a gentleman's bow or something afterward, because they were like, you're in trouble. Don't do that. Because it was like aggressively humping at each other. Like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty aggressive with the humping.
Yeah. I know when I saw it, I was like, man, for a sport that supposedly is just a bunch of straight dudes, this is pretty gay.
I think sports in general are inherently a little gay. There's too much slapping each other on the ass for it to not be gay.
So every game has, except for hockey, has a ball involved. Balls involved.
Hockey
Hockey
is arguably the most gay.
Yeah. We got heated rivalry for a reason.
Exactly.
There's a whole ass
No,
series.
I mean, the Charles Barkley the other day, they were memorializing Jason Collins on the NBA broadcast. Jason Collins, the first ever NBA player to come out as gay, and he was basically like, "Look," Charles Barkley basically said, "Look, he's the first one to do it openly, and there haven't been that many. But y'all are stupid if you don't think that there are more gay people in sports."
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
I say that I don't even mean it's like a meme celebration sort of way, but there are definitely gay people that play sports, that work in front offices, and it's people want to quickly count out that demographic, but there's more of us in sports than you think.
Well, that was like a part of that celebration was like him saying, there's plenty of other gay guys in all across all sports, right?
Yeah.
And they just don't put it out there because they don't want to either call it be distracted, call it be bullied or annoyed by it, or make it about that. There's a lot of things that can be said about it. But he said he respected that he was willing to, that Jason was willing to put himself under that microscope. I think is the words he used. Be scrutinized over it. And I think it just keeps proving and proving and proving that the teammates, they didn't worry about it whatsoever. They had their boy, and he was out there playing and contributing to the team. That's all that mattered to them. So yeah, that was I didn't know anything about that really. I'm not big on history of sports, so seeing that was kind of cool. Do you guys have anything else?
I don't really have much else. I did want to mention some other teams that have been like kind of popping off. I did not expect the Rays to be doing this well. They've been, staying at the top of the AL East. Did not expect the AL East to be going this way, I'll be honest. It's a little bit of a surprise to me.
I feel like the Orioles should be better, right?
I think the Orioles
I don't know how to feel about the Orioles. I mean, yeah, probably should be. I mean, I think last year and this year is definitely underachieving for them, but I gotta be honest, I don't know what the Orioles really are.
But
yeah, they're a surprise to me. The Rays are a big, like I said, the Rays are a big surprise to me. Just in general, the AL just kind of being ass is kind of a surprise to me. Just as a whole, they're just not as good as the NL.
Rays, Yankees.
Yeah, you've got
really the only that's it.
The Rays and Yankees are like the two top teams in this division. Meanwhile, in this conference. Meanwhile, in the NL, you got the Braves, you've got the Cubs, you got the Brewers, you got the Cardinals, even you got the Dodgers, you got the Padres. They're all just really, really solid teams. Meanwhile, you've got just the Rays and Yankees that are topping the AL, which is pretty crazy to me. And I think it's gonna. I think predicting now, as of this point, I would be pretty confident in saying that a team in the NL will be winning the World Series.
Yeah, maybe it's gonna be the Dodgers. I think it's gonna be the
Dodgers.
Don't
think it's gonna be the Dodgers. I'm unfortunate and I don't like them. But I mean, those Braves are scaring me.
Yeah, unless they fall apart, I think the Braves are going to take it. They've been unstoppable.
I mean, at least you guys can
run differential.
Can rule out the Mets.
I still believe.
Hey, Everybody ruled out. I get the beauty of being a Cardinals fan and being like, everybody ruled out 2011 Cardinals, and you have
I
a
do not
roster.
believe the 2011 Cardinals are ever as bad as the 2026 Mets.
Close. You're only 12 and a half games back right now, and we in August of 2011 were 10 and a half games back. So, oh,
Oh,
Drewski dropped.
oh, we lost Drewski.
We lost Drewski.
Uh-oh.
Actually,
Oh,
Drewski's back.
hello, Drewski.
Yep, I don't know what just happened. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah, I was just saying. Now, granted, there's an expanded wild card now, but you're only 8 games out of the wild card right now, and the Cardinals were 10 and a half when it came to August of that year. So, hey, that just means
I
it's
mean, they're
possible,
8
man.
games out, but that's. I mean, it's not impossible, but I don't know. I think this is going to be a kind of sell off at the deadline and let the kids play kind of year.
I was gonna say,
Which makes me really hope that we don't end up with a lockout next year, but who knows?
I was gonna say the big thing for me is if there's a team that's gonna do it, it would be the Mets, because you do have the roster, you do have the names. Like, they should be doing better than this, which means if they do, you could very quickly find yourself in the wild card, and then if then it's just series by series, just win the series, damn it, and that could suddenly put you in the World Series, and then you're like, well, fuck, here we are. Don't expect that, but I am never going to rule out a team that is set up with the names that y'all have that could easily pull it off as long as the cards fall right,
We'll see.
We'll see. I sure hope it does.
I just wanted to mention one last subject, ABS. It's the year of ABS. So let's talk about a very quick thing that is being seen around the league of I don't know. I don't know how there isn't just a standard of umpires are calling for challenges when they're not touching their helmets sometimes.
Oh my god.
And also saying that they're not challenging quick enough for like catchers and stuff, and they're kind of making the determinations based on themselves. I don't like it. You're kind of defeating the purposes of us having the challenges by fucking with it that way. What do y'all think? Because what we're seeing is there's catchers that are, trying to frame a pitch, and then they're retrieving the ball from the glove to their throwing hand, and then they're tapping their helmet. And then there was a game where it happened twice. Both sides ended up not being allowed to challenge it because the ump said, "Nah, it was too late." It was like 1.5, 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And then we've had batters where they make a move with their arm that looks like they're going to bring their hand up to touch the helmet, but maybe he's just shaking his arm out, what have you. Or maybe he was thinking about challenging it.
Yeah, Mets got screwed by that the other night. Brett Beatty, who I'm assuming is what you're thinking of here, took a strike and did not tap his. I know Brett Beatty a lot of times.
Oh, did we lose him again?
We definitely lost him again.
Oh man.
My cat is losing his
I
shit
also
right now.
need to go.
Yeah, I know. So, basically, what I was gonna get at is they came out with this whole system. There just needs to be clear, strict guidelines. If you don't touch the helmet, it's not a fucking challenge, and there should be a grace period. If the ball isn't thrown back to the pitcher, you can still challenge or something like that to stop letting umpires dictate what's allowed.
Right.
I do understand the umps are kind of damned if you, damned if they don't kind of things where they're kind of being chewed out either way they're doing things, but we've seen some really bad either not allowing challenges and also challenges that weren't challenges because the umpires, I don't know if they're just doing it on their own volition or if it's actually because they're upset about it. I don't think so, but it's still like make it clear cut, so there isn't these fucking miscommunications. But that's like the biggest growing pain I've seen so far in the ABS.
Yeah. Sorry we lost you, Drewski.
No, I don't know what keeps happening, but yeah, I was gonna say I think there really needs to be some kind of change. I think there should be both a physical and maybe verbal cue that the batter is going to challenge. So, guys aren't accidentally, touching somewhere on their head without thinking about it. And then it's like, oh, we just wasted a challenge.
Yeah, because someone's just shifting their helmet. Like,
yeah.
Well, and I will argue this, that the whole helmet thing, that is just something baseball players have gotten into the habit of doing, right?
Yeah.
So that's just a habit they have to break, as long as it's clear, right? Like, okay, tapping the helmet is the call.
Should be very, like, because there's a difference between like reaching into like the side of your helmet to kind of adjust it and actually tapping your head, like,
yes,
consciously aware of what you're doing. And I think umps need to be held accountable for that, because I mean, it's, you can't just take every motion towards the head as always challenging this pitch, because that's how you lead to some BS going on.
Yeah,
it just needs to be clear communication is what I was getting at as well. It's just don't let it be stupid like this, please. That's like the worst thing that could happen while using ABS is the umpires making their own. Oh, again, I saw it happen a couple times. I know, Argo, you got to go, but I saw it at least once. But it's like when you receive a pitch as a catcher, sometimes you got to hold on to that ball for a second to, like, maybe the guy's looking to steal or something. You got to kind of like look down a batter or a runner, right, or something. And then they go to challenge, and the guy's like, it's too late. Well, that's fucking bullshit. He has other responsibilities in that moment. He has to be ready to either throw down to third or something, So there just needs to be a change. It should be like, unless the ball is being thrown back to the pitching mound, they should be able to challenge within like 3 to 5 seconds or something like that. Because a catcher, after receiving the ball, is not going to sit there and go 1, 2, to 5.
Yeah.
They're gonna do what they have to do, and within 3 to 5 seconds, pretty quickly tap their for the challenge. It's gotta change.
I am cutting you off here. I really need to go.
Yeah, well, sorry, I was trying to.
I'm very sorry. I need to go like now.
Yep.
Bye, Argo.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening to the Untitled Furry Baseball Podcast. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and thank you for listening.
Bye.
Peace out.